Hey YouTubers, Raven here.
Starfire.
And tonight we're talking about The Outpost.
Season 3, episode 11. The hardest part about being queen or something like that.
I mean, it was a good episode.
Yeah, the hardest part of being queen.
I loved this episode.
It was good, yeah.
I think we say that about almost every episode.
I think you say that about almost every episode.
That's true. But I mean, like, they're getting better.
They are.
Like, each episode is better than the last, and I'm enjoying that so much.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, except for when they're not that good. But then the next week after that usually makes up for it.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, I don't know, I just really liked this one because, like, you saw, like, it was another almost Gwen-centric, you know, because it dealt with how, well, it was more of, what's her name, Felista? It was more centered on her and what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the two central characters this episode was Felista and Gwen, and the other characters kind of just revolved around them.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed that because they play well off of each other, and I really enjoy watching them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how they, like, catfight over Tobin.
Mm-hmm.
And Gwen's always like, I do what is best for the realm, not about my feelings. I'm like, bullshit.
Yeah.
But, you know, like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, I love the episodes where you get to see them go at it.
Mm-hmm.
And, not gonna lie, I was kind of scared when she brought the Kinj out, and, like, it finally graduated from the side of her head to the front lobe to the forehead. But, I mean, scared me. Thought she was gonna kill him. She almost did.
Sorry.
She almost killed him.
Yeah.
So, you know, like, I don't understand how, oh, she almost killed us, but there's no lasting damage.
Yeah.
Like, how the hell does that work? I want to know. Like,
I don't know.
Like, that makes no sense, especially if you're being, like, hurt or injured or tortured or whatever in that manner.
Mm-hmm.
There should be lasting damage, or at least periodical damage, like periodic, like I mean, like, not lasting, but like it takes its time to get over, you know?
Temporary effects.
Yeah, those words.
Yeah.
Like, I think that maybe that second cup of coffee was a bad idea. I can't speak. But yeah, like, I think there should have been longer lasting effects, and ouch, that hurt. But,
yeah, I mean, you know, I'm glad that Gwen got to see Felista for who she truly was.
yeah. And Felista saw Gwen for
Yeah.
who she really was.
And that they both learned that they were good people, and they understood what Tobin saw in each of them.
Yeah.
And,
I like how Felista, like, kind of matured over the episode. Like, how the first time she, like, bent the knee, it was so reluctant. Like, you could tell she never bent the knee to nobody. And I realized double negatives don't get at me. But, like,
she never had done that because she was always, like, the boss.
And she was always the lady of the house.
The realm that she was part of.
Right. I mean,
the army that she had, like, they all answered to her, so she wasn't used to answering to somebody else.
Right. Like, her and Tobin were their level in society was the same until she married above her station. And then she had that level. So even in their marriage, she was over Tobin in society's eyes, even though Tobin was over the house. So there was that weird who's in control here between them, and you could see that, and they did that very well. So yeah, she's never had to bend the knee to anyone, and so when she did, I love how she was just like, for as long as Tobin serves you, I will too.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, come on, tonight's episode, I knew right away he was gonna come, like, as soon as, like, she got, like, tortured by the Kinge, I was like, bitch is gonna be in jail, Tobin's gonna come, she's gonna deny him, and he's gonna turn his back on her, because this looks bad for him. You know?
Yeah.
And then I was like, so that means that her loyalty that she just gave means shit, because Tobin's done. So then I was like, how is she gonna earn Tobin back?
Yeah.
Like, my mind was going through all of that, and then that never happened. I was like, that could have been a cooler storyline, but I do like that Felista kind of matured a little bit.
Yeah.
And how, like, she is scared of it. And I do understand Gwen's concern. What if one day when she does learn how to use it, she wants to use it like one did, and like the other guy did? You know? What if she wants to become the ruler?
Yeah.
I mean, she won't have as much people supporting her, like, ever, you know, so she'd never win that war.
Right.
And I think she knows it. Especially once they save everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So I really enjoyed when Gwen let her go and she took the knee again. Like, there was no argument. She just took the knee.
Yeah, she was just so grateful for her. Grateful to her that she let her go.
That like, they had this understanding, and she's like, no, like, I see what everyone sees in you. I see what my husband sees in you. Like, I'll follow you till I die. You know? So,
yeah,
you know, makes me happy. That even if Tobin and her somehow get on the outs with each other, like, Felista will still serve her.
Yeah.
Like, so she'll have all the Kinges on her side except for 2 and 3, which is pretty cool. And, I mean, of course, Yavala's Kinge. But technically I don't count that because she's the god and cannot die.
Yeah.
So...
she'll die eventually.
Oh, hell yeah. Get that Black Kinge.
There's only 2 episodes left of the season.
Ooh, so next episode, they have to show... We're finally gonna get to see the Plane of Ashes. I'm fucking stoked about that.
Yeah.
So, we're gonna get to explore the lava tunnel pit things, and get to meet Talon's dad, who has the Black Kinge.
The next episode is called Where Death Lives.
Yeah, Talon's dad has the Death Kinge. I mean, come on. Why else would he voluntarily go to the Plane of Ashes to live out his days without his family? Because if he touched his family, they'd die.
It says Talon and Zed learn painful truths about their relatives. Tobin makes a heroic rescue, and Yavala's horde grows as the Outpost prepares for battle.
And
because now the Outpost is infected again and is no longer a safe haven.
And he has to deal with the fact that his brother's crazy. So that's gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
His brother's straight up nutso, apparently. That probably happened after he left, so Zed never found out. You know, that he almost died and then he went insane and, like, completely fell for Ren. Because, you know, there's, like, people who almost die, like, a lot fall for the people who save them. You know? I think it's, yeah. I know there's a term, and I know the term, and my mind is blanking.
Stockholm Syndrome?
No, that's when you're being held captive.
I know that's PD at least.
Yes. But yeah. Like, yeah, I'm just... I can't wait to see how it all unfolds. And how
Mhm.
Ren deals with, like, explaining to him why she left him behind. And I want to see Talon find the reason why her dad left. I mean, maybe there was a second attempt at an uprising and they were going to get her mom to the three and she was going to summon everyone from the Plane of Ashes. But when that didn't happen again, he'd already taken the Black Kinge. Maybe there was a small aspect of that group that was going to go ahead and finish what their, like, I don't know, freaking ancestors had started to fight the three, you know, and take them back. With the,
Nightingale syndrome? That's specifically for when someone falls in love with their caregiver.
Yeah. I thought it had something to do with, like, an angel or something.
Like rescuer syndrome or Prince Charming syndrome?
No. But anyways, like, it's, if, like, they did do that, like, if there was a small faction of the, people in the camp that she lived in when she was a kid that were planning on doing the coup, like, the coup. There we go. They were planning on doing the coup. Then that would make sense on why the three, like, retaliated when Talon was a child. Because eventually they found out about it and they're like, F all the Black Bloods, we'll just kill them all. Right. Because maybe there was a select few of them that were going to try an uprising again, and Talon's father was one of them, and he found the Black Kinge, took it upon himself, and then when the plans fell through, he's like, I can't be here. And so her mom had to send her dad to the Plane of Ashes. Like, I mean, unless he just found the temple, took the Kinge, not knowing which one it was, that's the only reason why I would think that anybody would want the Death Kinge.
Yeah.
Is because they were going to attempt another coup. Unless it was just an accident and he was going for one of the other Kinges. Probably Zed's Kinge, because it was the only one left.
Yeah.
So. He had a 50-50 shot.
Yeah. I hope that they're successful when they go to the Plane of Ashes. And don't get lost.
Yeah.
They're able to find their way out. Because Talon needs to come back alive for Garrett.
And for Gwen.
And Ren needs to come back, Ren needs to come back alive for her.
Janzo. Yes. I mean, I know they'll all make it back alive. Like, and the only reason why Yavala didn't die when they went and confronted her dad was because her dad didn't want to kill any more people, and he was just like, fine, fuck it. Yeah. You know, and, like, so that's, like, they took the box and ran. Or maybe she's just like, attack! And then she took the box, and then whoever was able to, like, escape with her ran with her as she ran away with the box. I can picture Yavala, like, holding this box and, like, running through the catacombs. Like, oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Picture her running. Because she's always, like, so composed, like, I'm walking gracefully. Because I am amazing and I am queen and I am a god. You know?
Yeah.
She's like, I am perfection incarnate.
No, you're not.
That's what she thinks.
You know, but she's not.
No. Bitch is cray insane. Loco la cabeza.
Yeah, so now we have to deal with an infected outpost again.
Yeah. But this time it's more than just a few.
Yeah.
I'm scared. Like,
I'm just glad that there's only 2 more episodes, so we don't have to have this for longer.
unless they leave us on a cliffhanger because they have the next half of the season.
I think that's just going to be season 4.
Yeah.
It's not going to be the rest of season 3. It's just
No.
going to be season 4.
Yeah.
Because I think they planned 13 for season 3.
Mhm.
And then they just got another 13 episodes.
Right, but the way they announced it.
Yeah.
Like maybe they might do, at least with the season, like a Once Upon a Time season A, season B.
Yeah, but
I don't
13 and
think
13
so.
would be like 26 episodes, and they're not going to have that many episodes in a season.
Well, I mean, like season A and season B always had totally different things going on in it.
Yeah.
So, and that was like what, 13 episodes?
It was 11.
11 episodes each half.
Each half.
So
it was 22 episodes a season.
Okay, well, I mean, they finished. In their mind, they finished a storyline every 11 episodes.
Yeah.
In our mind, not necessarily. But, like, so that's doable. Especially with, format and what they're doing. They're doing, 13 episodes, and the main overarching thing is taken care of. And they always leave, a few outlying, questions for us.
Mm-hmm.
Or, how do they deal with the end of how that went down for next season.
I mean, Yavala's going to die in this season.
Yeah.
That storyline is going to end this season.
But after bringing the Deathkin back to our world, then their next season's going to have to deal with that, unless they just send him back right away. But after he gets a taste for this world again, how can you send someone back to a place like that?
Yeah.
He went to the Plane of Ashes not knowing, what exactly it was. He knew that their ancestors or whatever, survived there, so he knew he wasn't going back to a place alone. But I think that Talon won't just leave everybody who stayed there. She will tell them what happened, Zed will back her up on that, and they will all come back with a vengeance to save their families that crossed over with Yavala. Because no one wants their family to become part of the United, and they'll explain why and what's going on. And so all the armies and the Black Fang, or whatever the hell their group is called, that they're always no one takes one of us and lives, or whatever the fuck, right? They're going to come back with a vengeance and want to fucking kill Yavala as much as everybody else does.
Yeah.
So she's going to come back with another half an army, and they're going to come with their freaking, my mind can't think of the demons.
Oh yeah, the Lakiri.
Yeah, they're going to come with all their Lakiri, and it's going to be everyone go that. They're gonna come and save the Outpost. That's how that's gonna end. They're gonna show up and wipe out all the freaking infected that have come into the Outpost. Bam.
Yeah.
And then they go straight for Yavala with the Deathkin. Let's do this.
I mean, there will be some things that will continue on into the next season, but the main storyline that we've had for this season will end.
Yeah, next season will probably deal a lot with how Talon's dad adjusts to his life here, and how the Black Blood Society that stayed on the other side adjusts to life with humans, because from their vantage point, they haven't earned what they've earned with the Black Bloods that are here now. And then how many of those Black Bloods that are here are going to side with their brothers and sisters that return?
Yeah.
So there's going to have to be a sort of compromise. They're going to have to find somewhere, unless they go back to their own, that abandoned temple, and maybe the temple where Yaval is at, because that was a Black Blood sun worship place or whatever. So, they do have these sites here still.
Yeah.
That they can return to if they wish. Or they can, start something new. And maybe some of them team up with the humans at all the outposts, and we start seeing them pressing into Grayskin territory. You know, and like finally start expanding the world next season.
Yeah.
Like all of that, like the start of that, and then, you know, like finding the common ground and dealing with her dad next season.
Do you think that Tobin and Gwen are going to get married now? That he's free to marry her? Or do you think it's still going to take a little bit more?
I don't see that happening because, okay, just like you said, Gwen is a proud woman. And I don't see that happening. I'd have to say another 3 to 4 seasons if it happens that soon at all.
Well, you never know with this show.
Right. But like,
I mean, they could do it in the next few episodes.
No, it's too soon. And there has to, like, for their type of culture, there would have to be a mourning period for the loss of their relationship.
Yeah.
So it can't happen within the next 2 episodes, because those are going to happen back to back within the days. Because we have to see, next episode is going to be the reaction to the invasion, and Talon and the group in the Plain of Ashes. And then the following episode is going to be Talon and the group returning, saving the outpost, and going to kill Yavala. Like, that's it. And we're done.
Yeah.
So, they're not going to get married this season, especially. I don't see it happening next season because Gwen has that issue that he didn't do it for me. He did it for the queen. There's a difference, and he has to earn that respect back.
Yeah.
He has to earn he has to show her, because she doesn't want someone who will serve her. She wants someone who will stand with her.
Yeah.
Like, be by her side to, like, you know, lift her up, not lift the queen up.
Yeah.
There's a difference between who she is to her friends and who she is to the people.
Right.
And she needs him to see her as her friend group sees her, not as her people see her.
Yeah, for who she really is.
Right. She can't be the queen for him. She has to be Gwen.
Yeah.
She can't be Rosman. She has to be Gwen. And right now, he did it. He married Felista for the queen, not for Gwen. That's how she sees it. Whether or not that's true, that's how she sees it. Yeah. And so he's going to have to prove to her, again, that he sees her as Gwen. And so that's going to take time.
Yeah.
And I don't see it happening next season. Because these seasons don't, I mean, they last maybe half a year. Like, in their, like, time frame, it's maybe half a year.
Yeah.
So, if you're looking at 6 months, I don't see them fixing their relationship in 6 months. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, it has to be maybe the season in 2022.
If it gets that far.
At the earliest, that's the season they're going to do it. If they get canceled or whatever, and they have foresight into that knowledge, then I can see them maybe doing a time skip and showing us their wedding.
Yeah.
As fan service.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, they might do it earlier than we expect. I don't know. I mean, I keep my expectations low with shows anymore because I've been disappointed so much that they can really go in any direction.
Yeah.
And even if you want it to be a couple seasons down the road, they might not think that, and they might have it be
Well,
sooner.
I don't want it to be that. I'm just saying that the way they've built up the characters, it has to be. Otherwise, they're shitting over everything. And, like, it's fine for them to shit over one character.
Yeah.
But you can't shit over the whole series and expect to keep your fan base.
Nope.
And I think everyone has learned from that show. So...
I hope they have.
I mean, everyone left that series.
Good.
So, you know, like...
And I hope that to prove to learn their lesson, it doesn't get another season ever again.
Yeah. So
because it crashed and burned.
It did worse than that. I mean, it stomped all over the whole I am female and can be married and save the universe.
Yep, it did. That'd be like if they freaking, like with Buffy, if they freaking, were like, oh, I'm a vampire slayer, but I can't be with anyone because I'm just supposed to slay vampires and never be happy with anybody.
Right.
Because it's already a dark enough show, and she already has enough shit that she has to deal with.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, let her be happy, for crying out loud.
Yep.
You
know? Let's have a car crash into another one.
Like, I mean, no, she doesn't end up with Angel.
No, she doesn't end up with Spike. She doesn't end up with the human guy that works at the organization. She doesn't end up with anyone. But that's her choice, and she keeps, she doesn't give up on that. She keeps looking for love.
But it doesn't mean that she can't have it.
Right.
Or that she's not, going to get it at some point in the future.
Right.
Like, it doesn't take away from the fact that she's still a strong woman.
Mm-hmm.
So, that's, I think, what pissed me off the most about it.
Yeah, and that's why he lost all his fans.
I mean, that and the fact that he shit all over a character that was a really beloved character that a lot of people loved, and he got a really, really sad ending, and he basically they ruined the character, because I mean, when the actor was going around doing interviews, like, he seemed really down about it too. He seemed like he was betrayed.
Well, he was,
in a sense. The same way the fans were.
Yeah.
I feel like he had to act like he was okay with it because he was doing publicity.
Right. I mean, technically speaking, wasn't
Kristen Bell?
Cordelia.
Oh,
treated the same way.
Yeah, by Joss Whedon.
Yeah.
Yeah, with Angel, yeah.
Right. I mean, she had to be happy about it during the promotional event.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they just brought her back for the 100th episode and then
yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
all because she got pregnant in real life, and they didn't like the fact that she got pregnant, so they wrote her out of the show.
And shit all over her character development.
Which she had more of in Angel than she did in Buffy.
Yeah.
She became an amazing character on Buffy, on Angel.
Her. Yeah.
But because they did that, it ruined it.
Like, I think that she could have had an amazing story arc of being pregnant and...
I mean, I think that, she was on the show, but they got mad that she really had a real-life pregnancy. And because what happened was her character in season 4, something had happened where, she had, I think...
Did she have a demon baby?
Something like that. And and she was infected. It was, killing her. It was doing something to her, and I don't remember now, but I think that was their way of, writing her out or getting back at her for it, for being pregnant. And so then in the 100th episode in season 5, they brought her back, but that was the only time that you saw her again for that. She wasn't in the finals.
Right. And, fans revolt over this kind of shit. So I highly doubt they would do that.
Yeah. No, I know. But I'm just,
Yeah. Because there's too many shows that have, and that have taken the brunt of, everything. So I think that most shows have learned the lesson from their predecessors and have decided not to fuck the fans over. Because they only have their jobs because we watch the show. I mean, unless they're on the CW. Then it doesn't
Firefly got messed up too.
Right. But I think what happened to that was just that the studio didn't want it anymore. Because the fans always wanted it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. It just sucks that, like, there's literally 4 episodes or something like that didn't air.
Right.
Because there was, like, 14 episodes in total,
Mm-hmm.
and I think only, like, 10 of them aired or something like that.
Right.
And they aired the finale, or the first episode as the finale.
Mm-hmm.
So Serenity, which is the first episode, the pilot, was aired as the series finale of the show.
Yeah. Because they wanted to show us how they all met as, like, a remembrance episode.
Mm.
You know, like, sorry we can't give you an actual series, but you know what? Here's how our beloved team came together.
Well, the order that they have it on Hulu is the actual order that
it was meant to be.
That it was meant to be in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Then it ends on, like, some weird shit episode.
Yeah, but then you have the movie, Serenity.
Yeah. I don't hate it. I don't love it.
Yeah. It was just weird for me because I started off watching Adam Baldwin on Chuck, and he's on Firefly, and I'm like,
yeah,
he's the same character.
Yeah.
The only difference is he has a beard.
I mean, maybe you can say tech casted. Or maybe that's why they hired him. They saw his work on there and, like, we want you for this role.
Maybe.
Because sometimes your past work can do that.
But I mean, I saw him first as Casey, and then I'm like, he's Jane.
But yeah, so, you know, they probably won't do that with the Outpost.
No, I know.
So.
But, you know, you never know with CW shows. I mean, look what they did to Batwoman.
And that wasn't on them. I mean, that wasn't on her either.
I'm not talking about the actress leaving.
Oh.
I'm talking about what they did with Beth.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was on them.
That was a billion times on them.
I'm not talking about Ruby Rose leaving.
Okay. I mean, you know, most of it I think was probably because of her injury. You know, like she's saying.
Yeah.
So.
But I mean, it gives them the chance to bring on a black superhero.
Right, and it's close to the time when we're also getting a Hispanic.
A Latina.
Latina.
That's in development. I don't know when that's going to come out.
Right, but, like, it was announced, and then, like, you get Black Batwoman.
Yeah.
And then.
And Black Lightning is going into its final season.
Right.
And, you know, because the one who plays Jen was going to be leaving anyway, regardless of whether the show was going to end this season or not.
She was really the only reason her and her sister were the only reasons I was watching.
So she's like, she was planning on leaving in season 4 regardless.
Yeah.
And then they just ended up making it be the final season. So she's in a limited amount of episodes in season 4, apparently. Yeah. But yeah, so.
Yeah.
As long as Grace and Nessa end up together and happy, I'm fine with it.
Yes.
So, because we're not reviewing this season.
No.
So, as long as, you know, they end up together in the end, then it's all good.
Yes.
But yeah, I mean, you have 2 more episodes of this season, and then we'll see what happens in season 4. We'll see how they end this season. And I mean, they'll probably end it on a cliffhanger because they've ended the last 2 seasons on cliffhangers.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't do that with this season too.
Right. Yep.
So. And then we'll have the Flash. Well, no, the Flash doesn't come back till February.
Yeah. What starts in January? Batwoman?
Yeah.
Right. Anything else? Black Lightning? Or no?
No, Black Lightning and Flash both come back in February. Okay. Black Lightning comes back early February. Flash is like the 23rd.
Right. So we don't review anything until February.
Unless Winona comes back within that time, but I don't think that it is. So.
No. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
great episode. Like you were saying, can't wait for the final 2 episodes. And yeah.
Because the finale will be January 3rd, so. Because episode 12 will be the 27th, and then the finale will be the 3rd.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I suppose, until next time, keep fighting for what you believe in.